followed by I recycle.
We are CareLink, a team made up of Harvard, Wellesley, and MIT students. Go to the next slide, please. This is what we started with, a piece of paper. We just met today, last night. We didn't sleep much, and that's where we're at. We started with a fresh project that we didn't know much about, and these are our notes that we came up with. We are now looking at a clinical need that is based out of Africa, where post-op surgeries, there's a lot of infections that are happening, leading to mortality and loss of dollars at the end of the day for the hospital. And the loss of dollars come up to about $40,000 for the year, $400,000, which sometimes is a lot more than the hospital budget themselves. The current ecosystem that we have, if you go back a slide, please. The current ecosystem that we have after an operation is that the patient goes in, and if there is an adverse event, they essentially have travel time of about a day or two, depending on where they are. By the time they get to the hospital, this is when all the critical items are critical, and this is where all the needs, and this is where our solution is going to be implemented. Next slide is our solution. You see that in the blue box. Our solution is a app-based. We're using Ujo's platform, and this is easily integratable with any of the Android software that's there. We will be partnering with some of the Android software items that we have already in Africa and also in Haiti in the future. And here's our demo for Microsoft.
All right, so the main page includes a complete list of all the patients with a profile picture and their name. Another list, which is a bit more detailed, is also available if you click on list of patients. This list would basically include the description of the surgery that each person underwent, and you can also, once the visit is actually happening,
okay, so there's a lot of firsts here. First time we worked with Windows 8, first time we worked with C#, XAML, first time we that. I think some of the future things we'd like to do is integrate hardware, take pulse ox, take EKG on-site with these devices, and transmit that back to the clinician, maybe even telemedicine in the future. Any questions? No questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Sorry, so what happens after, I mean, you have a list of patients, you have all that information, the patient takes a picture of whatever, they're experiencing. What is the next step or iteration of this app that will help?
Essentially, we have 7 questions here that the technician will ask the patient. Any one of those questions will indicate a serious infection that could lead to morbidity, because this patient is 2 days away from the hospital. So that creates an alert. We're also taking pictures of the wound. You may have seen some of those pictures. Those pictures get transmitted back to the clinician so they can examine that in kind of near real time, maybe a 15-minute delay. And hopefully later on, if we add the EKG, we can get that information back to the clinician as well.
So are they going to be able to converse over this app, or it's going to be phone, and that's
we talked about that. That's a great point. So the telemedicine piece, we talked about that. But in the meantime, they can certainly send text messages so that the technician who's on site can intervention or recommend that this patient come back to the hospital.
Yeah, if there happens to be some type of web app and they have internet connectivity, which is kind of rare, but some places they do, and sort of like live.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you.